Should Israel be allowed to participate in the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Well, here's why many say no. First, the United Nations has formally concluded that Tel Aviv is using food as a weapon of war. In other words, the current Gaza famine affecting millions of people is an Israeli-induced food crisis. This constitutes a violation of international humanitarian law, the UN says. Specifically, it breaches the Geneva Conventions, the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, and United Nations Security Council Resolution 2417. An independent United Nations inquiry has also concluded that Israel has committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza and that the country's top leaders have incited genocide. The issue now is not just a war or conflict, but an internationally recognized genocide. In the world of football, Israel is gaining a viable chance of qualifying for the prestigious World Cup tournament. It currently sits third in its European qualifier group with 9 points, tied with Italy. If you're wondering why Israel is playing in Europe, it's because in 1974 it was expelled from the Asian Football Confederation and it was excluded from the Asian Games in the 1980s due to its occupation of Palestine and actions in the wider region. Huge footballing nations like Spain have threatened to withdraw from the World Cup completely if Israel is allowed to play. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said that if Russia was banned in 2022 and 2026 due to its actions in Ukraine, then Israel should be banned too. Sanchez said, quote, "Israel cannot continue to use any international platform to whitewash its image." Now, if a country like Spain doesn't play, that's a problem for the organizers. We're talking a team that is the favorite to win the trophy with huge stars in its ranks like Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Pedri and more. Fewer stars mean fewer fans, less sponsorship money and more negative media attention. As of September 2025, a new campaign dubbed Game Over Israel was launched by a coalition of pro-Palestinian organizations. They include the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, Code Pink and Tech for Palestine, and are all calling for a boycott of Israel's national and club teams. The organizers are also directly targeting football federations in several European countries, urging them to boycott Israel. The campaign has also the support of prominent athletes and figures like former players Eric Cantona and Gary Lineker. Tel Aviv says campaigns for sports boycotts are an example of anti-Semitism and delegitimize the existence of the Israeli state itself. So, as we get closer to this tournament that unites the world's nations and people, will FIFA ban Israel from the World Cup? What do you think? Comment below.